Hello champions, season's greetings to all you lovely folks. Well, this is a time of celebration and I know a lot of you business owners must be wanting to roll out your offers for the season. And when you think of offers and rolling them out, you're obviously thinking of marketing collaterals. It could be a pamphlet that you want to distribute, or it could be a message that you want to send over your phone, or it could be a social media post, or it could be smaller big hoardings that you want to put in the geography that you belong to. Now, when it comes to these collaterals, it can get a little confusing with what to write, where should it come, etc. etc. So here's a video that can help you with a small checklist. A checklist that tells you what you must have in your collateral, and if you have all of those things, you're going to hit a 6. Yes, there are 6 points and you will hit outside of the park. So if you're looking to make a collateral, this video is for you. Keep watching. Welcome back champions. My name is Hardik and I make videos to help your business grow. If you feel what I say makes sense, and if you feel a conversation with me can help you troubleshoot some of your business challenges, then all you need to do is go onto my website, scroll a little down, select the relevant area you need help on, answer a few very basic questions, and there you should be able to book a free one-time consultation call directly with me. So I believe any form of marketing collateral must have all of these 6 components. Pen and paper handy? Let's go for point number 1. It's called qualifier. The qualifier kind of qualifies whether this ad is for a person that's looking at it or no. For example, like in this video, I mentioned at the start, and all my videos I do mention at the start, that if you're looking for blah blue, then this video is for you. Which means if you are somebody who's looking at something like that, I already have your attention, and in your mind you kind of are prepared to look and hear me for the next 10-15 minutes because you now know this is for you. I don't need to do anything extra to have you hooked to complete the message reading. Point number 2, people proof. Now this is so important. You know, all of us buy what other people buy, and I explained this to 2 people in this week using the following example. Imagine you got to buy a phone, a mobile phone, and you have 2 options. One option is Apple and the other option is a phone that you've not heard of. Let's call that Orange. Now, which would be your obvious choice? Well, I know you're thinking Apple. And guess why? Simply because you've heard about Apple and you've not heard about Orange. Now, where have you heard this from? From people who are using Apple. So anything that you've not heard of, or anything you disregard, and anything that you've heard of, because you've heard of it so many times, your brain tells you it must be good. People buy what other people buy and then justify that purchase with logic. So when you want to share your collateral must have an understanding of this concept. You got to show them how people are buying and benefiting. And that's all that you need to show them. A company that does this very well, I have come across a lot of their advertisements recently, is Fitter. They kind of show 2 images of the same person, one who's fat and the other one who's extremely shredded. That's all that they show. This is good enough for the audience to understand this is what you get and you want to be that. Point number 3, your core offer. What is it that you are selling? A product or a service or a mix of both? What's your offer like? And here I'm not talking about 20% discount and 30% discount. I'm talking about what do you want to really sell? That is offer for me. Now, when you communicate the offer, don't give too much details. it is very easy to get into that, because your brain will tell you that, hey, you know what, I should tell my prospect everything about my product, because you don't know which point he will get lured from. But that's the exact mistake that one must not do. You must only talk about the product so much so that it generates curiosity. And that is the curiosity which makes him take action after looking at the collateral. And that brings me to the next point. Point number 4. It's called CTA. I'm sure all of you know about this. It's called call to action. So you got to now tell your prospect that, hey, you looked at my basic offer. Now what is it that I expect you to do? Do I expect you to call me? Do I expect you to visit my retail store? Do I expect you to email me? Do I expect you to go to my website? What is it that you're expecting me to do? Now, a lot of people may think, isn't that obvious? If you like my product, you should be reaching out. Well, actually, it's not. When you give options out, actions, you got to make sure that you trigger that thought that, hey, you know what, I have to do something. That's when the audience will take that chance. If I don't tell you, like this video, subscribe this video, and don't forget to share, chances are you may not do any of these 3. So you got to remind that. That's the reason why you need a CTA. Now, what should a CTA have? First things, don't give too many options. Don't tell them you can call me also, email me also, website also, because then that's creating confusion. Then the person has to get into processing which out of these 3 options I should take, and that creates effort. So your CTA should be something that reduces the effort of the person to understand more about your service or the product, and the result of after whatever efforts he's going to put, efforts is calling or effort reaching out your retail store, the result has to be beautiful. So which means you got to say something on the lines of, get on a call with me for 10 minutes and you will know exactly how to go from fat to fit. A collateral, if you're using it, please send me some money for the content that I'm giving. Jokes apart, let's go on to point number 5. That is authority. Now, authority means now your prospect who's looking at your collateral has reached a point where he's lured with the message. He knows he is the one who the message is for because you've qualified him. He knows what is the action that I have to take. But now he's thinking in his head, I want this product. I am the right person for it. But should I buy it from this person or rather go and buy it somewhere else? For that to not happen, you got to claim your authority. You got to claim why you are the best person for your prospect to go and buy from. Now, how do you do that? Don't talk about everything that you think is an authority. For example, you've been published in Times of India. How does it matter to me as a consumer? It does not. What matters to me is if you tell me that I have the whole range of the products that you're looking at, or you tell me I have the largest collection in that geography, or I have been in the business for 40 years, or you tell me that, hey, you know what, I can give you the product and my service centers are everywhere. Now, those are the things that become parameters when I select where to buy from. So your authority should be claimed on those parameters, the parameters that are going to be used to make a purchase decision. And now coming on to the 6er, the point number 6. This is called FOMO, fear of missing out. You know, sometimes we make purchases simply because we don't want to be a person who's missed out on that opportunity. We take those opportunities simply out of the fear of missing it out. Like you see ads on television, the Sky Shopping ads where people sell products. They use a lot of FOMO. They tell you, call right now, the number is alive, and after this time, the number will not be live and you won't be able to place an order. So it kind of creates a sense of urgency in the minds of the viewers to take action. Now, how can you introduce FOMO in your collateral? Well, you can use 3 levers. The first one is you can use time, which means you can say this offer will last only up to 31st December. The second thing that you can do is use stocks limitation. You can say this offer is valid until stocks last. You must have heard of this, right? And the third one, which is very powerful, but you got to make sure that you don't use this every now and then. You can say this offer is valid only for the last time and this offer is never ever going to come back. And when you use something like this, it's like a FOMO pronounced very, very loudly, underlined, italic and bold. When you use FOMO in the right fashion, it kind of makes sure that your prospect reaches you to make a purchase. If you like this video, do hit a big fat like. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, colleagues, entrepreneurs who are looking to create beautiful collaterals to make the Christmas what it needs to be. If you've not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing, man? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, break the hell out of it and become a part of a propelling family. Don't forget to also tinkle the black bell because that's how you would know the first when I put the video. Until we meet next time, keep learning, keep implementing, obviously celebrate a lot, and all you fine folks, keep propelling.